I'm Sarah, I'm from Tafwa, and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Freddy, I'm from Gamiatong. I listen to Mario on the traffic jam every afternoon.
Hi, my name is Salah, I live in Asinu. Today FM rocks.
My name is Denasa and I'm from Lautoka, and I love listening to Today FM.
My name is Mulamila, I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Today FM, it rocks in Raki.
I'm Mary from Mandera. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
We love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Good evening, this is FBC News. I'm Jackie Spate. In this bulletin, military protection for witness allegedly abused by police officers. Businesses divided on their opinions of the 2016 budget. And the Fiji Roads Authority wants disability-friendly roads. But first tonight, inter-island vessel the MV Sullivan has sunk off the Suva harbour this afternoon. FBC News has confirmed there were 27 crew and 4 passengers on board at the time. The vessel was sailing into Suva from the Northern Division when it started listing. This footage was taken at about 4 p.m. when the vessel started sinking. Within an hour, the Sullivan was completely underwater. Tugboats from the wharf and the Navy were dispatched to the site. We have Aliki Bia standing by live at the Narayan Jetty. Aliki, what have you been able to find out so far?
Well, thank you, Jackie. As you can see behind me, people are waiting at the Narayan Jetty, waiting for the passengers and also the crew of the ship to come out. This is the ship that did the rescue to the passengers and also the crew members that were on board on that ship. But the confirmation on the information that just came in a while ago, there were 31 people on board. 27 of those were crew members, 4 were passengers, and also on that boat is 25 containers and some of the timbers. Well, when we went off to the harbour, when we went off to the shore, we also spoke to some of the 3 fishermen, a few of the fishermen that were fishing along that reef. They saw what transpired during that event, and they say that while they were fishing, they saw the ship that going down into the reef, and they could hear people shouting for help and also the crew members. But from what they said that all the crew members and all the passengers were safely rescued. But at the moment, as I've said, no confirmation have come in, but the initial information that we received when we arrived at the Narayan Jetty, they said that the ship belonged to the Venue Shipping Company. Back to you, Jackie.
Thanks so much for that update, Aliki. Aliki was able to speak with one of the first people at the scene, a villager who came out to help rescue efforts.
We were in our village when we saw the boat come to a stop, probably because of strong winds. So we came out on our fiberglass boats to assist with any rescue. We didn't see any passengers, only the crew members, and they were all rescued.
Businesses have shown mixed reactions to the 2016 national budget. The Fiji Chamber of Commerce held a post-budget forum in Suva last night where some businesses commended the government while others were not too happy with a few aspects. Ellen Stolz reports.
One of the revenue losses which the government will address includes the non-declaration of overseas assets. Finance Minister Ayaz Said Qayyum says they know of a few companies which have been hiding assets offshore.
We also know that some people who have declared assets offshore have not declared all of those assets. They've probably declared 1 or 2, but left out the other 8. So we feel happy that they declared 1 or 2. That also has happened.
This is going to be a very major change for us.
Other issues raised by the business sector related to the value-added tax and the increase in corporate tax. Data collection has been poor over the years, and about $1 million is being pumped into the Bureau of Statistics.
It is a fact that the Bureau of Statistics, in particular post-87, has not been running at full throttle. And so the data collection in Fiji and the availability of data and the ability to analyze data has been limited, to make good, sound economic decisions.
Said Kiyum stressed that people and entities affected by the budget changes should be involved from day one when public consultations begin. He says the poor turnout for the 3 public consultations on the 2016 budget was disappointing. Come next year, the government is looking to bring forward consultations to ensure everyone has enough time to participate. Ellen Stalls, FBC News.
The Fiji Roads Authority today met with Fiji National Council for Disabled Persons to discuss ways to make our roads more disability friendly. Ellen Lautoka has the details.
The Fiji Roads Authority is embarking on major projects, at the same time making sure that new roads accommodate the rights of persons with disabilities.
We're facilitating these rights by making our designs and the things we construct more suitable and appropriate from an accessibility point of view, be that for anybody that may be disadvantaged.
Expansions are underway from Nosori Airport to Suva, and in the west from Nandi Airport to Nandi Town. The Fiji Roads Authority is ensuring they have proper footpaths, access ramps and crossings for persons with disabilities in accordance with international standards.
We have to look at what in the Fiji context is fit for purpose, will provide Fiji and all stakeholders, and this is where we want to be inclusive on the accessibility issue, provide value for money so that things are accessible to all members of the community where appropriate.
The Fiji National Council for Disabled Persons says that an ongoing issue for them is access to information, like signage on our roads and the translation of materials to suit certain disabilities.
We have different categories of disabilities. We have the hearing impaired, the visually impaired, people who are probably had some difficulty in even seeing any signage that is there in normal signage on the roads. But some have some difficulties in because they are confined to wheelchairs, or even they use other mobility devices.
The outcome of this meeting and many more to come will be used to develop a policy to make roads disability friendly. Ellen Lautoka, FBC News.
Coming up on FBC News, Nasino man gets his first own home under government's housing grant.
मैं नीलगिरी मदर्स क्लब की रोहिणी कुमार हूँ और रेडियो फिजी 2 की मैं बड़ी दीवानी हूँ।
मेरा नाम राम है, मैं लटोका में रहता हूँ और जस्ती करके मैं रेडियो फिजी 2 सुन रहा हूँ।
हाय, मैं हूँ आईना नाववा टाउन से। नाववा में रेडियो फिजी 2 सबकी पसंद।
मेरा नाम अश्विन है, मैं रेगरेकी में टैक्सी का व्यापार करता हूँ और ज़्यादातर हम लोग रेगरेकी में रेडियो फिजी 2 सुनते हैं।
हमारा नाम रोशनी है, मैं तावा टाउन से बात कर रही हूँ। मुझे रेडियो फिजी बहुत पसंद है।
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
Acting Police Commissioner Brigadier General Sithiven Ngilio says he called the military into the investigation of the widely reported assault on an internet cafe owner in Lautoka to support the police in their investigation. Ngilio says it was also to ensure that there is no interference by police officers in the Western Division. Madhumbola Tamana has more on the story.
It is his 4th day in hospital and Rajnil Singh still has the wounds of an assault dished to him by men he claims were police officers from the Mba police station. Singh is now under military guard at the Lautoka hospital since he is in the middle of an alleged email conspiracy depicting the overthrow of government and the planned assaults on a number of key officers in government.
It is this internet shop behind me, operated by Singh and his wife, is where the alleged conspiracy emails were said to be found.
It is one case that I'm very interested in, especially with conversations in those emails targeting prominent people and destabilization of government. So it's something that I will be briefed on as we progress.
Singh claims police officers from the Mba police station had called him last Friday morning for a separate case he had reported some weeks back. But he says the drama continued to unfold once he arrived at the station at 3 p.m. on Friday. He says he was taken in a four-wheel drive by officers and things took the turn for the worse as he was punched and kicked while his face was covered. He says the injuries on his back were a result of a burnt rod continually being poked at him.
Singh claims that after being interrogated and tortured by police at an abandoned farm in Ba, he was then dropped off in a pine forest just like this one between Lautoka and Nandi.
With the allegations of police involvement, I couldn't take that risk of making that call, so I asked for the assistance of the military because they were the closest in that area at that time, if they could pick him up from the pickup point that I had prearranged with the driver who had picked him up.
Singh claims that during the interrogation by the police, he was constantly asked why he was sending emails to the Attorney General's office and Police Commissioner. Gilio says the police will get to the bottom of the case to ensure justice is served.
Guarding him in hospital right now?
They're looking after him to keep anybody else out who will have access to him. You understand that he's made allegations against the police, and that's why I have kept the police in the Western Division away from him.
Singh continues to be under heavy military guard here at the Lautoka Hospital. No police officer from the Lautoka or Mba police stations is allowed any visitations, while the Fiji Police Force's internal branch continues with its investigations. Madium Boletamana, FBC News.
A partly disabled man from Weightlifting Nasinu has been able to build his own house through the government's poverty alleviation project. Pranay Chand and his family never had a house of their own until the government introduced the $10,000 grant for first home owners. Shireen Lata reports.
45-year-old Pranay Chand has been living in Wainimbuku Housing Assistance Relief Trust in Weightlifting Nasinu all his life. After marriage and a family, Chand put in the hard work to have a home of his own.
I wholeheartedly would like to thank the government and Habitat for coming in my aid and helping my family and me, where I have a secure place to stay.
Chand suffers from spastic diplegia, a form of cerebral palsy. A tightness and stiffness in lower bones makes it difficult for him to work. However, he has been working since 1989 and has been saving up money in the hopes of one day having an own home. He bought this piece of land in Nasinu in 2011 and applied for government assistance.
We have struggled a lot in our home at the Heart. I am now very happy that we have a good place to live.
Chand then approached the Habitat for Humanity to help him build the house.
The house took altogether about 4 weeks, but we had some weather in between that we stopped work.
The Chand family will move into their new home next week. Shireen Lata, FBC News.
A 54-year-old driver of a truck that hit a 13-year-old boy in Lautoka is expected to be charged with dangerous driving. We advise viewer discretion as this video may be disturbing. This accident occurred on the corner of Ndrasa Avenue and Ndravuni Street on Friday last week. The teenager is hit by the truck while using the pedestrian crossing. Police Director Traffic SSP Mahesh Mishra says the boy remains in a critical condition. SSP Mishra is advising the public to be more vigilant on the roads. The Women in Business program continues to engage with budding businesswomen around the country by engaging them in networking activities. WIB held a networking breakfast in Suva this morning and had the services of guest Janine Mountford, the Chief Financial Officer of the New Zealand Rugby Union. She has extensive experience in growing business for manufacturing companies. Mountford advised close to 30 members that attended the networking breakfast that women can do anything and has commended WIB for its success for its past years.
This has been an amazing group of women here for Fijian Women in Business. It's such an amazing mixture and diversity of women, and I think it's fantastic and really continue to actually push and for women to actually have their voice actually in business here in Fiji.
The upgrade of the main road of the Nambora prison complex will be a relief to prison wardens and inmates alike. Fiji Roads Authority has contracted Fulton Hogan Highways to carry out the work, which has seen 880 metres of road stabilised and sealed. It also includes repairing a 10-meter lip clearing drainage and widening it from 3 to 5 meters. Chief Office for the pre-release Center, Taito Meli, says with the repairs, they are better equipped to handle emergencies, securities, and has made it so much easier for visitors. For the past 25 years, they had to endure a badly maintained road despite its importance as the main access to staff quarters, the maximum prison and pre-release center. And Chale is back again to give you the very latest in sports. So I hear the Fiji Sevens team had a major blow today,
Yes, Jackie, it's not good news for the Sevens team. Coming up, Wanga ruled out of national Sevens side and Bar Racecourse gets upgrade. Stay with us for that and more.
Kita wani kaki-kaki lo menikoro tau vinakavio na va Mambula FM niron tau vinkarabio ben hilo po viroro ozo na Mambula FM number 2 na ser
iyo Mambula bina tangu peli undu taliten na porong Mambula FM na bu
number 2 na nga Mambula FM no sur Mambula FM number 2 na ser
Mula sia puni va ulambasa na da ko Vila Merikivi Mambula FM number 2 na ser talita itu ngai lampas.
Bula FM number 2 and ser.
Emory Wanga has been removed from the Vodafone Fiji 7 squad for the Dubai and Cape Town Sevens tournaments next month. National coach Ben Ryan says it has been brought to attention that Wanga has previously represented Sri Lanka at 15s and 7s and is therefore kept under World Rugby regulations for Sri Lanka. The Fiji Rugby Union has sought an urgent ruling from the World Rugby Regulations Committee as to Wanga's eligibility to play for Fiji, and that process has commenced. Given that proceedings will not be completed prior to the Dubai Sevens, Ryan has opted to remove Wanga from the 14-member squad, and Mandronga's Eliveriti Vitokani has been called up as a replacement. The Fiji team will depart for United Arab Emirates on Thursday, and the Dubai Sevens will kick off next Friday. Vodafone Fiji Under-20 rep Filimoni Sabo is enjoying every minute of his time with the team as they prepare for the Oceania Junior Rugby Trophy in Suva this weekend. The former Saracens player is focused 100% into ensuring the national side qualifies for the Junior World Trophy in Zimbabwe next year.
18-year-old Filimoni Savo first joined the national under-20 side when they competed in the Junior World Trophy in Portugal earlier this year, where the side finished 5th overall. The son of former national sevens coach Joe Savo is hoping the side can make amends starting this weekend in the Oceania Junior Trophy.
I've been with the boys for the past month now. Got a late call-up from Bill to come and join the squad, and I had to work really hard to try and get into the final 26.
Sabo has just finished his contract with English Premiership club Saracens, and while he awaits word from his manager on his future, he will try to put in a good performance, not only for the team, but for the country as well.
It's always going to be tough because everyone's fighting for their spot for the JWT at the start of next year. So the coaches, the management have been talking to us how important this game is for us, and I guess this is our home, and we're not going to try and give it away that easily.
Sabo is one of 2 vice-captains in the team, and although he is one of the youngest players in the 26-member squad, packs a lot of experience, which the public will witness once the tournament begins on Friday.
The Suva Weightlifting Club is preparing its members to try out for the national team to compete in the Oceania Weightlifting Championship next year. The team has been training at the National Fitness Center under the guidance of renowned fitness guru Henry Elder to push for selection into the Fiji team.
In training we have about 12 lifters, and out of the 12 we hopefully going to try to get at least 5 to 7 of them to qualify for the Oceania next year in May.
The Oceania Weightlifting Championship is also a qualifying event for the 2016 Rio Olympics. The newly upgraded Namusau Racecourse in Ba will be a boost to the upcoming horse races next month. The racetrack has been upgraded with the help of the Town Council for the annual event, which has been running for more than a decade. Josephine Avula has the details.
Finishing off with its final touches, the first ever fully facilitated horse racetrack is ready for the upcoming event next month. Tournament organizer Sunil Sharma says the new site will enable the event to get a lot of recognition.
Fiji will be having these sports grow day by day by having big crowds, by media and by the business community also.
A new pavilion has been built alongside the tracks to accommodate the public during the race. Sharma says they are expecting a huge turnout.
People are calling and during the race, before the race from the Nandi areas, Lautoka areas, Reki, they just want to come with their families and spend a one-day festival in Ba.
The organizers are fielding more horses at the new tracks.
We'll be having almost 23 to 25 races, and in one race there will be 4 to 5 horses will be taking part.
More than 150 horses are expected to participate at the one-day competition on the 20th of next month. Josephine Vula, FBC Sports.
And that was sports for tonight. Back to Jackie now for business.
The Fiji Revenue and Customs Authority has extended its tourist VAT refund facilities with the Bank South Pacific. An agreement signed today allows the bank to set up services from currency exchange to VAT refunds for tourists. FERCA Chief Executive Chitoko Tikolevu says the services will particularly be for the main ports to cater for cruise liners, with up to 3 vessels expected to berth in Fiji on a weekly basis.
In 2016 budget announcement, the Minister for Finance also announced the implementation of the downtown duty-free. So a lot of initiative has come about by government to try and improve and facilitate perhaps the numbers of tourists that continue to increasing year by year. And one thing is certain as well, as we look ahead in the future, a number of vessels, cruise vessels that continue to rise in increasing numbers this year as well as next year, 2016 and 2017.
Prior to this arrangement, only one bank was accredited to offer VAT refunds for tourists. A state-of-the-art premium store was opened by Digicel Fiji in the Rivals Concourse area at the refurbished Nandi International Airport today. The new store is the first retail launch at the Rivals Concourse and offers a full range of technology and mobile services for visitors. Digicel says it invested more than $250,000 to create a world-class look and feel within the refurbished airport. The Digicel Premium Store at the Nandi Airport arrivals will be open every day from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily. Cloudy skies and light scattered showers were the order of the day across Fiji, providing some relief from the drought in the west, where rain was gladly welcomed. In temperatures, humidity made temperatures feel warmer. Lautoka and Ba were the hottest at 32 degrees. Other major centres were in the high 20s, leaving Suva, Lambasa and Savu coolest at 29. For tomorrow, heavy rain and possible thunderstorms is scheduled for all centres, including the larger islands. And the further outlook is much the same weather for Thursday, but with greater chance of heavy showers, which could lead to flooding in low-lying areas. At sea, winds gusting up to 35 knots, rough to very rough seas. Our main stories for tonight. The MV Sullivan sank in the Suva harbour this afternoon. According to initial reports, there were no passengers on board at the time. Police witness remains under military protection at the Lautoka hospital. And businesses are divided in their opinion of the 2016 national budget. Time for this week's poll question. We're asking, do we need more police patrols over the festive period? Visit our FBC website, www.fbc.com.fj, to have your say. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. You can also find us on YouTube, Fbctv 2011. You've been watching FBC News. I'm Jackie Spate. Bye for now.
I'm Sarah, I'm from Tafwa, and I love listening to Today FM rocks.
My name is Freddy, I'm from Ganyatong. I listen to Mario on the traffic jam every afternoon.
Hi, my name is Salah, I live in Asinu. Today FM rocks.
My name is Denasa and I'm from Lautoka and I love listening to Today FM.
My name is Wulamila, I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Today FM, it rocks in Raki Raki.
I'm Mary from Mandera. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
We love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.